beekeepers of the world. Got something interesting to talk to you about today. Talking about Ross rounds. It's an American system. Plastic frames in these peculiar circular design, if that makes sense. Now when you buy these, as a general rule, depending where you get them from, they either come in bits or they come already pre-assembled. I got mine from Thorns, which are pre-assembled, but I'll deconstruct it just to explain how simplistic the whole thing works. So we've got two parts. Each part comes like this, with these white rings which slot inside. So you need to so they go together like that. Then we get one sheet of wax with no foundation, like this, and then that is then placed and sandwiched quite simplistically between two parts, which goes together with a click. There we go. Then to stack these in the hive. In the box I've got, we can fit about 10 in. I think it is 10, and we leave them there above the brood nest. Now I've done a bit of research, and I'm told you don't need a queen excluder, so I didn't use a queen excluder, and it has been successful. Queen hasn't gone up there, and on the next part of the video I'll show you what success we've had. But the theory being, the bees draw those out, fill them full of honey on both sides, and then we take this to bits, and they're all ready to place straight into a jar. Just show you what the jars are like as well. So these are the plastic jars. The idea is pop the honey in there, that goes on top as you'd expect, and we'll stick some tape around there to hold the whole thing together, and you can observe the honeycomb and honey on the top. When it comes to next season, obviously the jars, unless they're returned, are gone, as are the plastic innards. But the rest of the frames you can reuse year on year. They're not that cheap, but this is a premium product. I've seen these selling for above a tenner, not that I sell mine. And in a box, one super frame, there should be 40, so 40 times 10 is more than covers the cost of the frames. Each frame like that from Thorns is about 15 quid. I think a lot of that's the import because they come from America. If you buy them in the States, I guess they could be cheaper. Also, you can pick them up second hand at whatever price they're at. And in theory, it should last forever. Finally, just got a couple of them here together. You can see that from below, the bees then climb up through there as they would do normally. I'm told also because they're circular, the bees will fill them right to the edge. So you've got a full circle of honey on both sides. Finally, it does come with its own tape, which tapes around the jar, or labels I should say, put that the right way up. So it goes the whole way around, makes a tidy job of it. Okay, here we are down at the allotment. This is my zest hive, or yest hive I call it, made out of aerated bricks, and on top are the Ross round frames in this second layer, which we're about to look at next. Okay, here we go. I've actually got 2 extra frames. This might be part of the harvesting process. Not quite decided I'm going to do this yet. Take off the lid. Right. First thing, it's difficult to tell which ones are capped fully over and which ones aren't. An educated guess would be start in the centre and work out what we got here. Well, that's fully capped. At the other end, not so. So this is not ready for coming out yet. So I'll just pop that one there. See what the rest of them look like. Out it comes. Right, this one looks better. This is fully capped. On that side, on the inside, and on that side. So this is fit to harvest. Take this one off right now. Let's give it a tap to try and dislodge some bees. Apparently you're supposed to whack the back of your hand, so I'll do it properly. There we go. As a generalism, most of the bees are off. I'll move that out of the way just to allow the others to fly off and just make my life easier. And looking very good. Checking that one. This side looks good. That side looks good. That's fit to harvest too. I'll shake of the bees if I can. Dislodge as many as possible. But to be fair, no more than 3 or 4 bees in there. Yep, this one's drawn fully, almost fully. I think that's certainly good enough to harvest. Quick shake. Certainly good enough to harvest, but I think we're now, maybe not. I was going to say at the end, but maybe not. Oh, they're up here. Shame I've not got 3, but within 10 minutes I think I'll have these harvested anyway. Let's drop that in there. Just space there. Another one just there. What we'll do is just move them all down one. Just at the far end there's a wooden board. Okay, I think that's the first harvest complete. Put that lid back on. I'll return, populate that hole once I've harvested the ones I've got. There we go. Just a quick one. So these are the 3 frames I've got. They seem to have, bees have now left them alone, which is great news. Let's just check. A couple on there. Tap. Out they go. Go on, out you go. There we go. One last one. Again, I can see a few bees hiding away. Okay, I've harvested 3 of these frames, or 12 Ross rounds in total. I've already done the first 4, which are there. I'm looking good, and it seems pretty straightforward stuff. So, in simple terms, just grab this. And the first job is to prise the 2 parts apart from each other. Excuse the chickens. So they, ouch. Bugger. Just prising those apart now. Steady away, does it? There we go. So there we see 4 rounds that we now need to extract. And very quickly, just using my hive tool, just going to separate that so I can then pull out the first one. It generally comes with all this extra comb around the outside, so feed that to the chickens. Seem to like wax for some obscure reason. All the way around. There we go. Like that. Wait! And there we go. That's one perfect Ross round. Just find a base and a top. So find the better side, which is possibly that side. Place that to the front. Find the lid, pop that on. Like that. I'll just twist it around, find the, there we go, there is actually a correct way to put these lids on, would you believe? A bit of a twist. There we go. Just twist that round. Managed to mess up. There we go. So you twist it till they fit nicely, like that. And grab a bit of tape, like that. On we go, making sure that the lettering's the correct way up. Nice and straight. All the way around. Like that. And add it to the pile. Maybe bring the pile a bit closer. There we go, add it to the pile.